What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Gloss Garage, where we make detailing simple. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because today I have something special for you guys. What we'll be reviewing today is the DIY Detail Legacy Rinseless Wash Sponge. But before we get into that, we'll be doing a full winter maintenance on my own personal vehicle. You guys see the interior. The last time I've detailed the interior was about 2 months ago, and the last time I did the exterior was when I did the hybrid rinseless wash on my vehicle. And all I'll be using is the DIY Detail product line, with the exception of one thing, especially for the wheels and tires. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright everyone, so right before I get started and do the review on the DIY Detail Legacy Rinseless Wash Sponge, there is no rule in detailing, but me, I like to start off cleaning the wheels and then do the body of the paint, especially for rinseless washes or traditional washes. That's just me. But also, when I do a rinseless wash, I like to have a dedicated wheel bucket with rinseless wash. So I have about 2.5 gallons of water in here. This is a 3-gallon bucket, so I'm going to be putting 2 ounces of the rinseless wash in here. This is a Carpro Pearl pump where you just squeeze it and just go ahead and gives you perfectly where you want it to be. So I'm going to put about 2.5 ounces of the rinseless wash inside my wheel bucket and just go ahead and stir it. Also, I did heat up water. It is about 37 degrees out here, so it is cold, and my wheels and tires are actually really gunked up, so I will be using the wheel and tire cleaner from Extra Tough. Again, this is my favorite wheel and tire cleaner to use in the winter time, especially in conjunction with a rinseless wash. So let's go ahead and get started. And what I like to do is saturate the rim and tire quickly. And you're about to see how quick the browning starts coming off. So let me just, and you can also use Extra Tough wheel and tire cleaner on the fenders as well, but let me bring you in closer so you guys can go ahead and see on how easy it starts breaking down all that dirt and grime right away from the tire and rubber. The last time I did this was the video where I did the DIY quick beads video on my vehicle and showcased that as well, but this is how I like to do things. So without further ado, let me just go ahead and clean everything right away, and I'll explain more on the voiceover. The reason why I'm using this wheel and tire cleaner in conjunction with this rinseless wash is to achieve a deeper clean. I'm trying to clean the barrels, get that brake dust and everything, because again, this vehicle is driven daily, and a rinseless wash alone would not be suffice to clean everything off the wheels and tires with all that ferrous metal, dirt, and grime that's on the wheel. I've said this before in my other rinseless wash videos that to me, the DIY Detail rinseless wash in terms of cleaning power is the best cleaning rinseless wash that's on the market at the moment. I am not trying to say that the others do not clean good. It's just when you pair them up side by side, to me, it just cleans more. But again, the others have slight edge on slickness, in my opinion. So yes, so go ahead and choose your poison, but at the moment I am more of breaking down, emulsifying the dirt to smaller and smaller pieces, and that cleaning power with the less touching as possible. There will be a dedicated video of me using this method to clean wheels and tires and how you guys can achieve a deep clean finish, so just be on the lookout for that. But let's just go ahead and continue with the rest of the video. Also, let me just show you guys a quick before and after. So this is the after. Now it's completely dry right under here, as you can see. Now it's dry, clean tire. See, clean. Same thing with the rubber, nice and clean. So let me just show you before and after. So this is the back side, and let's go up to the front, and you see all that brake dust, everything that's caked on here. Put my finger just so you guys can see. Alright everyone, so you guys just saw me clean the wheels and tires. It's fully clean. The extra tough wheel and tire cleaner with the DIY Detail Rinseless wash gave that nice deep super clean. Again, this is my full winter type of wash. And yeah, so now let's move on to the exterior wash. But my first impressions with the DIY Detail Legacy Rinseless Wash Sponge. This was sent to me by Ivan and Nick over at DIY Detail. This is a draft. This is not what you guys are getting. They said it did not pass quality control. But from my first impressions, I will tell you that the red and black foam kind of feel the same. There's nothing different. Maybe a tad bit firmer. I can't really tell, to be honest with you guys. I'm just squeezing it. But yes, they said it did not pass quality control. But on my personal opinion, what I think about this, why it didn't pass quality control, is maybe the cuts and slits, how it's, you know, not flush, and also maybe the adhesive that's seeping out right here off the seams. It feels a bit, you know, it's dry, it's rigid, it's not like I can use ultra black sponge or the gold sponge, how you could use both sides and also all around the edges, because there is no glue, there's no adhesive, and it's super soft, so you can go ahead and get into those tight little corners if need be. And same thing with the ultra black sponge compared to, let me just do this so you guys can go ahead and see, compared to these seams right here, and there's no seam here. Maybe that's it. But overall, it feels super soft and plush. I don't have anything negative to say about this as of yet. It feels nice. It feels soft. And again, they have the red and black side. One is for the traditional. It's pretty much the same foam density, they said, of the original big red sponge. But I'm sure there must be some iterations or upgrades on this sponge on itself, especially the red side, because from the red side, if I remember, you got to leave it dunked inside a rinseless wash the entire time, compared to the black one, which is just super soft and you don't need to leave it for a couple hours to use compared to the red side, which you got to leave it for a couple hours, so that way it gets nice and soft. But it feels nice and soft, nothing to say. It is a bit firmer, but this will be perfect to remove any type of bug or maybe slight little agitation. They also did say there's nothing wrong with this sponge. You guys could use it regular. They said the sponge density and everything is just perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that it didn't pass the quality control. But again, there's nothing wrong with the sponge. They said I could wash it, I could clean it. It's not gonna scratch the paint. Everything is just perfect. It's just slight little iterations that they need to take care of. And again, this is just my opinion of what I see here. Now, let's go ahead and do the wash itself. I did forget to mention about these cuts and slits and what these are for. So when you are applying or washing your vehicle with a rinseless wash sponge, all the dirt and grime is absorbed into these slits, and then when you dump it back into your rinseless wash solution, it releases all that dirt. It opens up and drags all that dirt down to the bottom. And the big gold sponge have this. Ivan did help develop both these sponges as well, so I do not have an issue using this. So let's go ahead and start with the wash. All right, so let's just take a quick walk around of the vehicle. Like I said, I already finished the wheels and tires, but let's look at this dirt and grime that's on my paint. I'm gonna just put my finger. You're not supposed to do this, but anyways, I'm just gonna show you guys that my car is actually dirty. And let's just take a walk to the front side as well. The piano black, filled with dirt and grime. And down here, and this is where some of the rinseless wash hit and we cleaned, so big night and day difference from there. So yeah, so this is just the rinseless wash part and just showing you guys how dirty my vehicle is. So we're just gonna put the rinseless wash in here. I do have warm water in here, and what I'm gonna do is, like I said, put the rinseless wash. I do have about 3 gallons of water, so I am gonna put 3 ounces of this inside here. I don't even think I have 3 gallons. I probably have like, yeah, I do have 3 gallons actually. So I'm gonna put that there and mix up the rinseless wash. And I did have these ultra black sponge and the red sponge in here for a bit, so that way it gets super soft. Because like I said, the big red sponge from before said the old way when it used to have optimum no rinse is to leave it inside the optimum no rinse the entire time. So I just left it in here for a bit to let it soak in and get wet. But first initials is this is actually already super soft, so it's just as soft as the black one, maybe a little bit more stiffer, as you can see that I'm pressing it, so the compression of the red one is a bit stiffer. That's my initial thoughts, but let's see how it works on the paint. I pre-treated the panel. Let me just pre-treat again so you guys can see how it encapsulates and emulsifies the dirt. So as that's sitting there, let's talk about the sponge real quick. So this is the thing about the sponges. You guys already saw me clean the front fender, and let's just explain again. So like I said, the ridges are still one thing that is kind of annoying me at the moment, but like I said, might be one thing that they're talking about with their quality control, and they might go ahead and do this, and you guys saw their video when they said it. So everything works fine. I love the way the red side is. It gives me that extra cleaning power on it, or scrubbing power, where I'm not scrubbing. It's just more a bit stiffer, and it gives me that deeper clean when I need it, especially for the bugs, if you have any bugs or anything on it, compared to the ultra black sponge where it's just way too soft for me. But yes, so that's that. So once I let everything sit, I like to go ahead and rinse all this off to knock out any loose dirt and grime. So once that's done, I go ahead and grab the legacy sponge, like I said, and now we're just going to just gently wipe, and you guys just see a clear difference of how this looks. Now look at all that dirt and grime that is caught up on it, and with the rinseless wash, you just dunk it inside, rub it against the grit guard, squeeze it a couple times, and now it's perfectly clean. And you just go ahead and clean everything else. Just no pressure, you're just applying the rinseless wash, flip it as needed, and that's about it. You're pretty much done. You did everything that was needed to do. If you want, you could go ahead and rinse off the extra dirty water that you have there. So you rinse off the extra dirty water and come here, use your ceramic gloss and just spray it on the panel and dry. And you're gonna be left with a nice, slick, smooth surface. And just look at the towel, it's not even dirty. So everything is completely clean. You're not scratching the paint. You're not scratching anything on your car. Now, one thing I can show you guys is the 50-50 from here. So look at that, just completely clean. Let me do this side because I did rinseless wash this side already. And let me just go ahead and wipe down all this. And inside the door handle, and that's about it. You have just rinseless washed and clean your whole vehicle. Now, let me go ahead and show you guys again from this side compared to this whole left side, now that it is super clean. So, yep. So we're just gonna go ahead and rinseless wash the rest of the vehicle, and you guys can go ahead and, take on your take. Any tire shine. So we're gonna use the DIY Details tire dressing, and let's just go ahead and I will show you guys how to complete the rest now that we've detailed and finished the whole rinseless wash on the whole exterior. Nice and shiny, glossy paint. Now let's just go ahead and protect the tires and rims. So go ahead, you grab your ceramic gloss. This is my throwaway towel, but this is a new one, and this is the dirty one to rub off the rest, and I'll explain more. So just go ahead and spray your rims, so that way you clean it, protect it, and it's already clean, but it's more of protecting the rim, so that way it's a lot easier to clean the next time you wash your vehicle. And just go ahead and apply it to the whole rim, and this whole rim is clean. Look how clean my microfiber towel is coming out. And again, this is a daily driver, so I'm not really worried about any scratches on the rims, nothing like that, because all these rocks and pitting and everything is there because, again, it's a daily driver. It drives on the highway pretty much every single day. So that's it. You already finished applying ceramic gloss. Now let's go ahead and apply the tire dressing. I like to use the Curveball brush, so go ahead and spray a couple onto the brush itself, and I like to spray like the 9 o'clock and the 3 o'clock and let that settle down. And I go ahead and just apply the tire dressing with the brush, and that's about it. You just go ahead, apply the tire dressing with the brush, and whatever hits the rim, I'm not worried about it. It just wipes off easily right off the rim. And I like that deep satin finish. If you guys seen my previous videos on how I apply tire dressing, you notice that I always let it sit, and from there it'll seep into the rubber. I will be doing the interior after I'm done with the exterior. So in about 15-20 minutes, once I'm done with the interior, I will show you guys how the tire dressing seep into the rubber and gives that nice deep satin finish, and the brush gives it that nice even coverage. So again, this is the Detail Factory Curveball. If you guys want to use it, it's great for applying the tire dressing. And this is a dirty towel. Again, it's just to clean off the excess of the tire dressing that's on the rim. It's not going to stain anything. Don't worry about it. It's just fine. Nothing will happen, and that's it. So it's applied here, and it just looks nice, deep and rich. It looks wet right now, but like I said, it's not going anywhere. And this is the car, the complete car. Let me just show you. This is the other side where I applied the tire dressing already, and it just looks nice and clean, nice and shiny. But I'll show you the rest of the vehicle once I'm done with this whole interior. Here's the complete car, fully clean. As you guys can see, the tire dressing seeped in perfectly onto the tire. This was the last tire. Was the last tire that I applied tire dressing on, so you can see it leaves that deep satin, rich look when you just let it sit there. And yeah, so look how shiny. Ceramic gloss, the rinseless wash with the legacy sponge came out nice, especially using that red side that gives that extra cleaning or scrubbing power. It does not scratch the paint. And again, just look at the tires and rims, the way it came out, the shine, everything is done. Obviously in the interior, let me just pop the interior. I want to show you guys the interior. We used interior clean and protect for this, and the rinseless wash on the windshield. So nice clear glass. Everything's cleaned. And again, this was my winter maintenance wash that I do, and this is my personal vehicle, so you can see the seats I'm not worried about because I will be extracting that springtime. I always do that every spring. And look how shiny and glossy this thing is. It's crazy. And like I said, the tires and a nice deep satin look. You just go back around, show you guys everything. Super glossy. And yeah, so this is how you guys could do a complete rinseless wash inside and out without any water. And look how, look again, the shine and gloss is ridiculous. And all I used was the DIY Detail product line. And you guys see here again with the rims, I mean not the rims, the tires. It's a really nice tire dressing. Look at the wheel wells, nice and clean. So I just let it absorb even more. This is the bucket of the rinseless wash. So let me just squeeze all this excess water out. Put this over onto the side. That's how dirty my vehicle was. I did only use one bucket. I'm not worried about scratching or anything because you guys are about to see all that dirt and grime that was left in the bottom of the bucket. So let me just pull out my grip guard. And we're just gonna go ahead and pour all this water out. As I'm pouring all this water out, look, all that dirt and grime on the bottom. So that's it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. And I will show you guys another rinseless wash on a Mustang Mach-E. This is the vehicle again. One last walk around. I know this video was long, but I really wanted to talk to you guys and show you guys my rinseless wash method for the winter.